Hello, and welcome to Cooking with Shane. Today, you're going to learn how to make beef jerky with me. So, beef jerky, super easy to make. Something that is simple to make, stays around easy, high protein, great snack. Okay, so need your meat, right? Two main ingredients in beef jerky. We're gonna need beef and a jerk, which would be me. No, sauce. So you got ingredients. You got onion powder. This is super easy stuff. Onion powder, chili powder, garlic powder, basic ingredients. There's a bottle of soy sauce. I got the low sodium. Worcestershire sauce. I got black pepper. Got salt. This is a 3-pound eye of round, and it's got a strip of fat on the back of it. We're going to cut the fat off. I don't need the fat because I need a lean cut. So, got a knife. I'm going to trim off the fat. After I've got the fat trimmed off, because of the size of the roast, I'm going to cut this down the middle again. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer this bowl full of slices, maybe a 1/4 inch thick slices. So I'm going to let this run, and I'm going to cut the fat off, and I'll show you as I go. Fat strip, don't need that. And then basically splitting it in two. For the majority of this, you want to go against the grain. This will be the only cut that I'm going to make longitudinally, all the way down the meat like this. So I'll lay it this way, go right down the middle basically. Right down the middle, 2 pieces now, right? And now this is going to be the pieces that turn into jerky. So I'm going to turn one of them out of the way. I'll show you a couple slices. You can see cross section, and not quite the thickness of a finger. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to start making those, and I've got this bowl over here. They're going to start going into the bottom of the bowl. Super easy. And then what's going to happen, so once I've got all this cut up, I'll have that bowl full. And then I'm going to come back and I'll show you the seasoning that goes on. Cool seasoning. Be back. Seasoning. Hello. Welcome back. I've sliced up all the meat. I have made a bowl full of meat. So, I don't really measure the seasoning. So I'm not going to get out a measuring spoon or anything like that. But what I am going to tell you is the chili powder is the one that you have to decide how much is up to you. It's pretty much equal parts of everything else. I've got garlic powder, and I'm going to go around the bowl with garlic powder. That's good stuff. Onion powder, same thing. Around the bowl. Onion powder. Chili powder, I'm going to do a little bit less of that. Black pepper, you can do a lot of black pepper. If you have a pepper grinder, that would be way fancier. This is just what I had. This is just as well. Doesn't really make too big of a difference. Okay. Soy sauce. I'm not trying to make like a whole puddle at the bottom so much as I am just wash it over all of the pieces. Worcestershire. A little bit less of that than I did the soy sauce. Touch of salt. Cool. Cool, right? Yes, I washed my hands, but get in there and mix it up, right? So I'm gonna hit the pause button and I'm gonna mix this up. Once it's mixed up, I'm gonna take it on, I'm gonna put it in a Ziploc bag. I'm gonna squeeze the air out of it. I'm gonna let it sit for, I'd do a minimum of 2 hours, but I'm gonna let it sit until I've got at least 6 hours until I need to get this into a dehydrator to go overnight. So I'm gonna mix this up. When we come back, I will be putting it in a dehydrator. Welcome back. Still doing beef jerky. We're at the dehydrator part. So time has passed. Meat has marinated. And what I've done is I have taken that meat and I have applied it to a series of these discs. These discs will sit on top of the dehydrator. The dehydrator is a fan and some heat. It'll make noise. What I'm going to do is I'm going to layer that meat on there just like that. You can see I've left space. And I'm going to let that run overnight, about 12 hours. You have to determine the power of your own dehydrator. This one takes about 12 hours. So I'm going to finish putting meat on here, put the lid on, run this overnight. The next time you come back, this will be done and it'll be dry and we'll check it out.
Many unbearable hours later.
Hello and welcome back again. Time has passed, about 12 hours or so, and we have completed beef jerky. So, just like I showed you, now they have dried out. Delicious, flaky pieces of meat. They're not like super crisp. You might be able to hear this. There's still a little bit of moisture in them. What I do is I'm going to let them dry on the rack for maybe 15-20 minutes. Let them get back down to room temperature. If you throw them right into a container and you seal the lid, or if you put them in a Ziploc right away, there's actually a lot of moisture that's still going to continue to come out of them as they are hot. And they're going to rehydrate a little bit in the bag. So instead of sealing them up right now, I'm going to let them go for another 15-20 minutes, and then I'm going to put them in a container. The 3 pounds of wet beef obviously makes less than 3 pounds of beef jerky, but there you go. Simple, easy beef jerky. We just went with eye of round, garlic, onion, chili powder, Worcestershire, soy sauce, salt, black pepper, 4 to 8 hours of marination, 12 hours of dehydration. Delicious meat snacks. Thank you for watching the Shane Cook Cooking Show. For more recipes, stay tuned, because I do this stuff all the time. And my last name is Cook, so by default, that makes me an expert. So, thanks for watching. Enjoy your beef jerky.